Oh hey guys, didn't see you there. Dr. Arcatel here, PhD in psychology and addiction studies and being a dick. And welcome to the Rich Cattell clinic of getting yourself sorted, getting over your strict and terrible addiction, affliction, problems and infliction of soul, I guess. On today's edition of this Dealing with Saga, oh my god, I'm so comfortable. How does anyone get anything done on this? We are tackling the age-old problem of addiction, man. And people go, oh, Rich mate, you got a younger audience. A lot of them don't drink, a lot of them aren't smokers, a lot of them aren't blah, blah, blah. A lot of them don't do heroin. Well, obviously, I would expect that you don't. Otherwise, yeah, no, just don't do that. I was going to make a joke about being like, oh my god, I'm third chill right now. I'm not going to do that. First of all, what is addiction? It's the simple act or condition of being addicted to, I don't know, it could be a substance or an activity. That feeling of craving something, needing something, even to feel normal. Personally, one of my addictions, coffee. I mean, come on, caffeine, right? So many of us are addicted to these things. A little bit of homework will be coming within this for a lot of you guys out there, because I'm going to tell you some things that are strangely addictive as well. So that's what an addiction is. Addiction, a lot of the time, you need these things, you crave these things. Chemically, you crave them just to make yourself feel normal. Now, what are some typical things people get addicted to? Of course, drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, all forms of drugs, heroin. Obviously, caffeine's a really addictive substance. If you want to know why caffeine's addicting, by the way, it's a poison to the human body. It flushes it out really quick and it releases this adrenaline in your brain. And when it comes to addiction, there's some really strange ones. A lot of people suffer with these and they don't realize. A lot of people are addicted to fatty foods, really heavily fatty foods that are terrible for them, that destroy their body. One of the ultimate addictions, and you on the other side of the screen, yes you probably experienced this one, cheese addiction. And people are like, what are you on about, mate? Cheese ain't addictive, cheese ain't got no drug in it. Actually, science lesson, bit of Google homework for you. Google casomorphins. In the cheese protein, there is a drug which is actually designed to keep a calf close to its mum. But it's a form of morphine. People wonder why they put dairy and cheese on every single thing. Put cheese on your salad, cheese on your bun. They put cheese in their makeup to put on their face in the morning, you know what I mean? It's because it's genuinely addicting. Like, I'm vegan, when I came off cheese, I can tell you right now, I had a week off it. I got the shakes, I was sweating, mate. Addiction comes in so many shapes and sizes. Whilst I'm talking short now, I am craving coffee. If you are someone who is going through any of these forms of addiction, let's take back control. There's several kinds of people in this world. Some people have addictive personalities, which means they are more prone to make anything an addiction. Russell Brand is one of these people. If you know Russell, I'm going to show you his crazy hair. He can go from making a drug, an addiction, to making yoga his addiction, and he gets really addicted to being clean and goes very full on. I know loads of people in my life that they cannot do things in half measures, they'll jump full on in. Or you can be someone on the other end of the spectrum who can do things, drink a few pints of beer every night and not feel like they crave it. My main addiction that I've had to suffer getting through recently is cheese. The only way I found that worked was to literally take all of this out of your life. Honestly, just go cold turkey. I believe in abstinence-based recovery. Not like, right, I'm gonna take out this cheese, but I'm gonna double my intake of cow milk. Take it all out. Alcohol, cigarettes, things like this that you genuinely feel you crave just to feel normal. In that sense of things, you have to make this decision. You have to sit there and step back and put your health first and go, I know this is not good for me. I'm gonna step back, breathe, and say, I have more self-control than I give myself credit for. There are better things in life than having to numb yourself 24/7. Let's be honest, life is pretty incredible. Do not let these things control you. And I know it's so much easier said than done, especially people that have like heavily addictive personalities. Get help if you need it, if you really need it. If you're going through some of these really difficult times, never be ashamed to talk about these situations. I'm gonna tell you a really quick story. There's a drug called Naloxone, which, so say someone has a heroin overdose and their body's gonna die, and their opiate receptors in their brain are going mental, they're gonna die from this overdose. There's a drug called Naloxone that they'll inject into the human body, which will cut off your opiate receptors, and so the effects of heroin will wear off and the person will wake up. Now, if you apply that same drug to someone who is a chocoholic, right, and they're just shoveling it in. They can't stop, like, oh my god, dairy milk gets straight in my face. Do you know what I mean? If you give that same drug to a chocoholic, you'll find the strangest thing happens, and you can Google all this. They'll pick up that same bit of chocolate, they'll go to eat it, and they'll lose interest in it. And that's what it is. It's not taste and mouthfeel, it's a drug effect in your brain that keeps you coming back more and more for these foods. So you have to be aware that a lot of foods are almost a drug in themselves. And I feel like this is a really, really important distinction to make, because the amount of people that came to me about this stuff, I can't stress that enough. All of these minor ones, it's about realizing why you struggle, why you might not have control, why that addiction's there, and then going, okay, there's that reason, I'm gonna take the steps to get through it, you know? You can replace those negative things in your life, those numbing agents, with more positive things. And obviously, a great thing to do as well, exercise, do stuff that makes you feel good about yourself. I hope you've enjoyed this. I haven't done a dealing with for a long time. I've been putting off doing this one because obviously I'm not an expert. I do know a lot about like the drug effect in your brain with eating and stuff like that. If I'm honest, I barely drink, let alone take drugs, so I'm not, and I've never smoked, so I'm not really the best person to talk about that side of it. But I know about people, I know about the way people's brains work and stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, smash a like. If you know someone this can help, someone who's got like an addiction to food, anything like that, an addiction, I'm gonna go right now and I'm gonna eat copious amounts of chilies. I'm pretty scared actually. Bye guys, take it easy, big love. We're dealing with baby. Hey.
I'm just proving that YouTube and a phone is an addiction.